Hello, everyone. I'm Tom.
And I'm Kate. Welcome back to Vocab Jam English.
If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and join us every week.
This channel will have conversations on a single theme.
Today's theme is wicked.
And of course, we'll introduce some great English vocabulary along the way.
Oh, and if you want to see subtitles, please turn them on in the settings.
That's right. You can switch them on anytime to help with understanding.
There will be a quiz about the conversation at the end.
So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and let's dive into today's talk. Today, I finally get to talk about the movie Wicked. I've been meaning to discuss it for so long.
Same here. But before we dive in, some of our listeners might not know what Wicked is about.
Good point. So Wicked is a musical, and now a movie, that tells the backstory of the witches from The Wizard of Oz. It focuses on Elphaba, the green-skinned girl who becomes the Wicked Witch of the West, and Glinda, the Good Witch.
Right. And it shows how they started as schoolmates and ended up on very different paths. It's a story about friendship, choices, and how people can be misunderstood.
Exactly. And the movie version brings all of that to life with amazing visuals and music. I finally saw it last weekend, and wow.
I'm glad you brought it up. I saw it on opening day. It actually exceeded my expectations.
Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo were absolutely incredible.
Their vocal performances were phenomenal. I got chills during Defying Gravity.
Totally. The synchronization between the visuals and the music was breathtaking.
And the camera work added such emotional depth. It revealed subtle expressions you don't catch on stage.
Glinda wasn't just a sparkly princess. They really showed how much she grew as a person.
I loved how nuanced her development was. And the costumes? So intricate.
Yes. The detail in every dress was mesmerizing. You could tell nothing was rushed.
And the world-building, Emerald City looked absolutely immersive.
It really pulled me into the land of Oz. The colors, the sets, it was all so vibrant.
Madame Morable's casting surprised me, in a good way. She was genuinely intimidating.
I agree. Her presence was powerful but worked perfectly for the story.
Also, the side characters had more psychological depth than in the stage version.
Fiero's inner conflict was portrayed so well. I really felt his struggle between duty and heart.
That made the relationships feel more realistic and three-dimensional.
And the pacing was surprisingly smooth. It never dragged or felt too long.
Did you notice they slightly adjusted the soundtrack for the movie?
Yes. Some of the tempos were changed. It fit the cinematic vibe so well.
I'm Not That Girl hit harder this time. So quiet, but it left a strong impact.
Cynthia's voice was full of raw emotion. It gave me goosebumps.
Popular was the perfect contrast, bubbly and fun, but with a layer of irony.
Right? That contrast really deepened their friendship dynamic.
For Good completely got me. I teared up during that scene.
Same here. It's rare to feel so moved by a film musical.
And the film didn't just focus on friendship, it explored deeper themes, like identity and justice.
Exactly. It challenges what we think is good or bad, depending on who's telling the story.
Elphaba is truly a misunderstood hero. That's what makes her journey so powerful.
I admire how she stays true to herself, even when the world turns against her.
And how that strength affects Glinda, it was portrayed with so much care.
Their relationship felt authentic. It grew slowly but meaningfully.
Their chemistry felt so natural, like watching real friends on screen.
The direction struck a great balance. It had fantasy elements but felt emotionally grounded.
The emotional nuance came through beautifully, especially in the quiet moments.
Even the dialogue felt more natural than the stage version. It worked well for film.
And the rhythm of the lines helped keep me engaged the whole time.
Also, the use of color to show emotions, did you catch that?
You bet I did. Classic Kate. Always spotting the subtle touches.
Haha, thank you. But seriously, the craftsmanship was impressive.
I liked the little hints about the sequel, too. The ending left room for interpretation.
Yes. I love when movies don't explain everything. It lets your imagination play.
That's what makes a movie stay with you. It lingers even after the credits roll.
Exactly. I keep replaying some scenes in my mind. That's when you know it made an impact.
Honestly, I kind of want to listen to the soundtrack again right now.
Do it. It's great for English practice too. The lyrics are so poetic.
Totally. It's like learning vocabulary through music.
Wicked is more than just entertainment, it's emotional, empowering, and meaningful.
A rare mix of beauty and depth. I'm so glad we finally talked about it.
Me too. It's a story I'll never get tired of revisiting.
And we'll definitely do a follow-up episode when part 2 comes out. All right. Now it's time for our vocabulary corner.
Yes. In this section, we'll pick some words from today's conversation and explain them in a simple and easy to understand way.
Phenomenal.
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 Phenomenal means really, really great. It's something that is super amazing and makes you go, wow. Similar words, amazing, fantastic, incredible. Example, that cake was phenomenal. It was the best I ever had.
Synchronization.
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 Synchronization means doing things at the same time, like moving or speaking together. It's when people or things match perfectly in time. Similar words, coordination, timing. Example, the dancers had great synchronization. They moved together like one person.
Subtle.
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 Subtle means small or quiet in a way that's hard to see, but it's still important. It's like a soft change or a tiny feeling. Similar words, gentle, light, soft. Example, she gave a subtle smile. It was small, but very kind.
Immersive.
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 Immersive means something makes you feel like you are inside it. You forget everything else because it feels so real. Similar words, realistic, surrounding, deep. Example, that video game was so immersive. I felt like I was inside the world.
Intimidating.
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 Intimidating means something feels a little scary or strong, and it makes you nervous. It's not always bad, it just feels powerful. Similar words, scary, powerful, overwhelming. Example, that big dog looked intimidating, but it was actually very sweet.
Portrayed.
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 Portrayed means to show something, like a person or feeling, in a book, movie, or art. It's how we show what someone is like. Similar words: showed, acted, described. Example: the actor portrayed the queen as kind and brave.
Cinematic.
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 Cinematic means something looks or feels like a movie. It's big, full of feeling, and very beautiful, like a movie scene. Similar words: movie-like, dramatic, film style. Example: the sunset was so cinematic. It looked like a movie.
Craftsmanship.
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 Craftsmanship means doing something with great skill and care, usually by hand. It shows when something is made very well. Similar words: skill, quality, handmade work. Example: the table showed amazing craftsmanship. It was strong and beautiful.
All right. It's time for the quiz corner.
In this section, we'll ask questions based on today's conversation.
1. What is Wicked mainly about? A story of witches before the Wizard of Oz. B. A group of magical animals in Oz. C. A battle between wizards and dragons. Correct answer, A. 2. What did Tom say about the vocal performances in the movie? A. They didn't match the music. B. They were phenomenal and gave him chills. C. They were short but okay. Correct answer, B. 3. How is Glinda portrayed in the movie? A. A complex person who grew emotionally. B. A silent princess with no role. C. A comic side character. Correct answer, A. 4. What surprised Kate about Madame Morrible? A. She wasn't in the movie. B. She danced in every scene. C. Her casting was intimidating in a good way. Correct answer, C. 5. What did Tom and Kate say about the ending of the movie? A. It hinted at a sequel and left room for imagination. B. It had too many songs and no real ending. C. It was exactly like the stage version. Correct answer, A.
All right, we're coming to the end of today's episode.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out.
All right, see you in the next episode.
See you next time.